When you're running a small business, sales are great, but you've got to focus on profitability. Had a case years ago where it was a big advertising agency, and I used to go there every week or two to work with the accountants in-house to actually help run the company. When I walked in this day, I said, where are all the guys? And the lady said, oh, they're in the boardroom celebrating. And I said, what are you celebrating? So we just hit record sales. So we hit a target. We're really happy with it. We're celebrating. I went back to the accountant and I said, so how are we going with the cash flow? And they said, we're actually screwed. I said, why? They said, well, all our reserves are used and we've got no money in the bank and I don't know if we're going to pay wages next week. And I said, but all the directors in the boardroom celebrating high sales. She said, I've been trying to tell them that we've got no money. And I said, well, why haven't we got any money? And we drilled down on why they didn't have any money is because their clients, who are actually all good payers, they changed their terms. They went from 14 to 30 days out to 45 to 60 days. So that gap of extension of time for payment, which they hadn't picked up at all, meant that they were probably anything up to $1 million down the hole. So I'm back into the boardroom, told them the story, and I said, you got great debtors, you owed heaps, but you haven't got cash to pay the wages next week. So unless you can collect that money, you're screwed. So they basically dropped their glasses, literally ran out the door, and they pulled in about $500,000 within about 3 days. I emphasised to them the importance is make sure you've got the cash flow to do that. When these people changed their trading terms, they didn't pick it up. They should have. They went back to those customers and said, how come you've extended the terms? And they negotiated them back to more like a 30-day to 45 days. So they brought it back by maybe a month. And that way they improved their cash flow.